Hi everyone, today is Friday the 13th of November and I have finally caught up on my grading. I am so sorry that it's taken so long, but this semester and this new position as Associate Dean has added just a lot more administrative work, and really the position is still requires a 3-course workload here on campus. So traditionally I teach 3 classes fall, 3 spring, and 2 in the summer. But as Associate Dean, I just teach 3 classes over the course of the year. And the way our structure is set up, I can't be paid for summer work because now I'm a 12-month employee. So I offered to teach 2 courses in one semester and 1 in another, so that way one of my colleagues can get a summer class and get paid for working in the summer. Well, in hindsight, it would have been better to have not had 2 classes in my first semester. But I did it, and we're getting close to the end now, and I got caught up. But usually I don't get this far behind, and I'm sorry for that. So I understand completely if you dinged me for that in the teaching evaluations, because I deserved it. I didn't perform as well as I wanted to. But overall, the feedback that I got from you on Exam 3 Question 2 was positive. It looks like most of you found the course to be enjoyable and you learned things about it, and you haven't even finished it yet. And in fact, some people find the last activity to be the most useful of all of them. So let's talk about it for just a minute. The CIO interview. If you haven't already done this, this is just a framework here of some questions that you can ask. You don't have to ask these specific questions. This is just a framework of questions that you can use to guide your discussion with your CIO or whoever you can get to that has the highest level of decision-making authority in your organization. So you're going to do this interview and you're going to talk to them about the things you've learned, the things that are going on in the organization. And then here's what you're going to complete after the interview. These are the questions that I look for. I don't look for the interview questions. I don't have time to read everybody's interview. But this is what I look for. I look to see if you believe your CIO has a good handle on the future of technology and the technology within your organization. I want to know if you felt like the explanations for for technology purchases made sense, and based on the things that you've been given to do your job. Was there good logical thinking that went into the purchase and the design of the systems and the technology that you're using now? Was there user input into those decisions? So I want you to think through these things and kind of just answer these for me. And this is one that I always like to look at. Would you feel comfortable working there for the next 10 years after taking this class, after learning about strategic decision making, after learning about the CYB model, after learning more about project management? How do you feel about the future of your company? And then finally, this is the absolute linchpin of the CIO project. I will send it back to you over this. What I'm looking for here is a simple statement or a motto or a catchphrase or something, a model that you will use, that you develop, that is not industry specific, that is not tied to your company. I don't want you to give me a statement that's going to guide your CIO. I want you to create something that you can remember that will help you judge the value of IT decisions that are made in an organization. My personal model is the CYB model. That's why I teach it. You might like that. You might come up with a variation of it. You might come up with your own. It might have something to do with workflow. It might have something to do with supporting the people and training. It might have something to do with strategic thinking, but something that's going to give you an anchor to remember the course. Okay, that's what I want you to create. You're creating your own anchor. See, 10 years from now, you won't remember most of the individual topics that we talked about. But if you can remember your anchor, like for me, I'll never forget what the CYB model is. Okay, so as long as I'm ever alive and I have my sanity in my mind about me, I would be able to explain to somebody what the CYB model is and how that impacts IT decision making. That's what I want you to create for yourself based on all that we've talked about, all that we've learned, all the essays, and then now your personal interview with the IT authority in your organization. I want you to think through this and build a model, okay? That's a motto, a mission statement. It's something short, it's something sweet. It is not going to be paragraphs. If it is a paragraph, Or if it is more than 4, 5, or 6 words, then that's too long. If it's 3 or 4 words, try to make it catchy. Try to make it an acronym so that you can easily remember what your model is, your anchor that's going to tie you back to this class 10 years from now. So that 10 years, you're in a business meeting and somebody's talking about a decision, you've got a model that you created that you can think of to help yourself work through, okay, is this a good decision or not? What are we missing? What do we need to think about? So that you can judge, okay? That's really the goal that I want to come out from this. So it's not just the interview, it's not just a transcript, it's not just your thoughts on the questions. That's all important to me. This is it, because this is what will anchor you back into the course, back to the theories, back to the concepts, back to the ideas that we've covered in this class. And that's what will help make this an educational experience that makes an impact on you and your career for years to come. And that's my goal. Okay, I don't want to just get through the semester. I don't want to just get through and get everybody a grade. I don't want to just get through exams. I want you to finish this semester, finish your MBA, and be able to look back and remember something from your first semester. If we do that, then we've had a worthwhile educational experience. Okay, so put some time and thought into it. I want it to be obvious that you've really put some thought into this last part, because this is the most important part of the entire semester, right here at the end. Okay, this is the cherry on top of the semester. If you do this good, then you'll always remember it. All right, so that's my goal. That's what I'm looking for. I look forward to getting your CIO reports, and I will get those graded. I think grades are due next Thursday, maybe a week from yesterday. So I'll get these things turned around for you just as quick as I can. Hope everybody has a great weekend, and thanks for the great semester.